What's going on, guys? My name is Trevor. Welcome back to the channel. We're now in the month of April, but before we get into April movies, we gotta stop and rank all the March movies that I watched of 2024. I saw 6 new movies in the month of March. We're gonna rank them, place them on the proper tiers. I'm a little bit late to this one. We're a couple days into April already. Nonetheless, gotta talk about the March movies. And March was a fantastic month for movies. If I look red, I'm stuffy. My allergies are absolutely terrible. Bear with me. Bandanas are back. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. And what was your favorite movie you watched in the month of March? And what are you looking forward to most in April? And let's hop into these tiers. Starting off with our tiers, we have best of the month, great, good, meh, worst of the month. Here we go. Starting with Ricky Stenicki, which I'm going to put in the good tier. Ricky Stenicki was funny. It surprised me. It has my schlocky, dumb kind of humor that I like. My wife and I watched the one together. We love Zac Efron. I really like John Cena as an actor. Moments where I was rolling my eyes going, this is absolutely stupid. Other moments where I was laughing my butt off uncontrollably. So it had that like double standard almost where I was like, okay, this is dumb. I shouldn't be laughing. But also, this is dumb. And I am laughing. So it's one of those movies that you kind of turn your brain off and just have a good time with. I recommended this to my in-laws. They loved it. They thought it was hilarious. My wife and I laughed quite a bit. John Cena's funny. Zac Efron's a good actor. And very familiar. You've seen this movie before. You know exactly where it's going. But Ricky Stenicki's not as bad as everyone says. Like, I enjoyed it. I laughed my booty off. So, that's all I'm going to say. Then we have Immaculate, which it's going to go in this tier just because of how I have these tiers set up. So, I'm going to go in worst of the month tier. Nonetheless, this is a 3 out of 5 for me. I saw this with my buddy Chris from Film Stock and my wife. We all went on an early morning showing on a Sunday. It was pretty packed theater. And we enjoyed it, but we did not love it. And the more we thought about it, and then we saw another horror movie the very next day, it kind of left a bad taste in our mouth after we saw the second horror movie. Like, this is a great horror movie. Immaculate was just an okay horror movie. And it goes in worst of the month because it's how these tiers are set up. And it was a really good month for movies. Sydney Sweeney's great. She's gonna got a long career ahead of her. And I like her in horror movies. I don't know if I love her in horror movies. The premise of this movie is absurd. It's absolutely insane. And it's not even all that scary. It's more just creepy and very gruesome. Several times I was closing my eyes. I'm not all on board with the whole gory horror anymore. Like Saw, those movies don't do it for me. There were some nasty images, legs breaking, nasty stuff happening. Sydney Sweeney's performance, very, very good. She has this whole scream scene at the end. Literally, like, it's like 2 minutes, it feels like. I was plugging my ears at one point. It gets better as it moves along, but it's the worst of the month. Nothing wrong with that. The other horror movie I saw in the month of March, I loved. The more I think about this one, the more I absolutely love it. It's Late Night with the Devil, going in the great tier. This movie is told and done so well. Shudder creates such good horror movies. And yes, this is a horror movie, but it's more of like an edge of your seat type movie. You're just constantly wondering what's going to happen, where are we going to go? Because they have a late night show host who's trying to up his ratings. And he does that by bringing on someone to basically conjure up the devil on a Halloween night showing. It felt real, man. This is the biggest compliment I can give this movie. It felt real. You're on the edge of your seat. It zooms by. It's like under an hour and a half. And the whole moment when they conjure up the devil on the late night show, it's a little cheesy. Obviously, the budget isn't all the way there. But the way this movie ends and how they kind of portray it and tell it to go out, there's so many different like hidden mysteries and hidden endings you can kind of infer for yourself. But nonetheless, Late Night with the Devil has great performances, a very crazy premise, and I can see myself owning this one and watching it every Halloween because this takes place on Halloween night, and it was great. Really, really great. David Dastmalchian, outstanding. Godzilla x Kong will go in the good tier because the more I think about this movie, is it dumb? Yes. Is there a Volkswagen commercial right in the middle of it after a really heartwarming moment? Yes. Literally a wide shot of a red Volkswagen. It was bizarre, but hey, sponsors, gotta get them out there. It's dumb, and you have to understand that going into these movies. I didn't go in expecting this is gonna be cinema, it's gonna be great. I went in expecting, would my 12-year-old middle school self love this movie? Probably. Did I kind of love this movie at certain times? Yes. Other times I was like, this is dumb. But King Kong riding on Godzilla, like literally jumps on his back at one point, and they ride out to war, like, it was sick, dude. I don't even care. I just let my inner child come back in and kind of smile and get giddy with this dumbness of a movie. And middle school me would have been all over this with my friends. We would have loved it. Godzilla or Kong. I'm Team Hairy Cheeks Kong, man. I love the freaking guy. Roadhouse. I'm going to go in the good tier as well. I'm not going to go great because I don't think it's on par with Late Night with the Devil, but this movie's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. also watched this with my buddy Chris from Filmstock. And we watched it at home on Amazon Prime, as all of us did. Jake Gyllenhaal's great. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. He's absolutely fantastic. Conor McGregor steals the show. For his first acting role, he ain't bad. He ain't that bad. Not as bad as I thought he was going to be. He feels like Conor McGregor's himself, all doped up, and he's out there just running around. Fellas! And he's just smashing stuff with a golf club. It's pretty bizarre. Cheesy, 100%. So is the original Roadhouse. The acting's not all that great with a lot of the cast. That's fine. It's just a fun time. Go into this movie expecting something to laugh at, something to have fun with, and as of right now, it's like my third favorite movie of the year, so I enjoyed Roadhouse quite a bit. Finally, a movie I saw in February, and again in March. Dune Part 2. There it goes. Best of the month here. This is my favorite movie of the year. This is one of my favorite movies of the decade. I've seen it twice. I saw it the last day in February, and I also saw it when it came out on Thursday in March. Unbelievable film. A movie I won't get to experience again, I feel, this year. Everything and more I could have wanted in it. My most anticipated movie of the year besides Deadpool and Wolverine. And I was like, it delivered. It delivered on every single level I wanted it to. The cast is great. The action is great. The directing is great. Paul Atreides is one of my favorite heroes of all time in cinematic history. I could gush about this movie for hours. I have so many videos on Dune on the channel already. Feel free to check all those out. Dune Part 2 is my favorite movie of the month, my favorite movie of the year. I think it's going to be very hard for anything to surpass Dune Part 2 being my favorite movie of the year. And that's going to do it for our March movies ranked. We're in the month of April. We're in quarter 2 already. The year is flying by. What did you watch in March? Let me know down below. Did you love the movies? Did you hate them? What are you most excited for in April? My most anticipated April movie right now is Monkey Man and Challengers. Very, very excited for both of those. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being here. The summer movie season's almost upon us. Cannot wait for it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bandanas are back.